So we just got in a new batch of emails from Breitbart reporter Katie McHugh, who was corresponding with Stephen Miller. McHugh turned over 900 emails to the Southern Poverty Law Center, and they've reviewed them all. They've sent me a portion of them. I've been going through them and reviewing them myself. So who is Stephen Miller, and why is it so important that we understand his thinking? Stephen Miller is one of the closest advisors to President Trump. He is the architect of Trump's immigration policy and also has the president's ear on foreign policy matters. Stephen Miller, for his entire career, has had anti-immigrant leanings. What these emails show us in black and white is the kind of anti-immigrant and even racist content that Stephen Miller is trafficking in. So the new batch focuses on Stephen Miller's emails about Marco Rubio. He was hammering over and over in multiple emails trying to discredit Marco Rubio, trying to get Breitbart to report that he was for open borders and he wanted a flood of immigrants to come into this country, and essentially with the goal to scare the viewers and readers of Breitbart away from Marco Rubio. So at the time Stephen Miller was writing these emails, he was working for Jeff Sessions, who was a senator in Alabama, who wound up running the Department of Justice for President Trump. So July 8th, 2015, Stephen Miller wrote, I also think the words immigration reform should be used exclusive to describe proposals to limit immigration. Rubio is an extremist who wants unlimited immigration. The American people are moderate and want to hit pause after the deluge. On March 30th, 2015, in an email to Katie McHugh and Matt Boyle, the subject line was Rubio to launch April 13th. He's referring to the Rubio campaign. And Miller wrote a single line of guidance for approaching the candidate's forthcoming run. Quote, stress symbolic importance of immigration, end quote. So Steve Bannon even shows up in these emails because he was running Breitbart at the time. And Katie McHugh, the Breitbart reporter, and Stephen Miller are emailing about Gang of Eight legislation for immigration reform, and Marco Rubio was a part of that. Steve Bannon finds out that Breitbart's working on a story about what I just described. Steve Miller chimes in, if not for Breitbart, the bill would have become law. And Steve Bannon chimes in, quote, let's go buck wild on this. So I reached out to Steve Bannon. He has not responded to my request for comment. I also reached out directly to Steve Miller at the White House. Within a few minutes, got a response from a senior White House official discrediting the Southern Poverty Law Center report. They also supported Miller, saying that he does not condone bigotry in any way, and also saying that the report was actually anti-Semitic, targeting Stephen Miller. I've seen no evidence of that. So I spoke with Katie McHugh, the Breitbart reporter and editor, at length. She feels guilty. She feels responsible for her role in the Breitbart stories that were anti-immigrant and that trafficked in racist and anti-immigrant content. She's now denounced the far right, but she was very much entrenched in it while she was working at Breitbart. And she was actually fired from Breitbart for tweeting an anti-Muslim tweet. She now regrets that, but she says that the language that she used in the tweet was sort of everyday parlance at Breitbart, and everybody spoke that way. She's actually in an undisclosed location right now as these emails are coming out. She's concerned for her safety. She's scared of these guys on the far right. What we see in these emails is that he was in with far-right actors at Breitbart, and that he was reading content on far-right racist websites like VDare and American Renaissance. And to know that this is the kind of content that he was reading and sending and felt like he could give direction to a Breitbart editor, it's really newsworthy and important for all of us to understand his thinking.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.